but I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm Ellen Teeter. I'm the Executive Director of the Florida State Oriental Medical Association. You may have heard of the AMA or the FCA or the chiropractors. We are the professional association for you. We're a nonprofit 501c6, not C3. We're not a charity. And we work for the profession. And imagine a 5-story office building with 100 people working in it. That's the AMA. Imagine a 3-story office building with 20 people working. That's the FCA. Imagine 2 people on their computers part-time in Miami and Bradenton working for the association. That's what we've got right now. And some people think we are a monolithic, huge organization. I'm going to just, let me just go down to the very last slide because, whoops. These are your board of directors. They are all licensed acupuncturists. Natty and I, Natalia and I are both licensed acupuncturists, and we're passionate about our profession, but we can't do it alone. These people run the committees, they work on projects. If we had more staff, we could do more. If we had more members, we could do more. So we're kind of only as strong as the profession will jump in and join together. And, you know, there's always things that we disagree on and need to work out. And I'll talk about a few of those things today. But, you know, right now we've got a very active board and are working hard. So I hope that you'll join as a student. It's free because your school has joined as an AOM school member. So you can join for free. And I'll go over some other things coming up. But this is the current mission statement. I've been with FSOMA since 2004 as a member, then got on the board, then became president. And then we had to fire an executive director we just hired, and I took over and kind of liked it. So that's kind of how I got into this from being a practitioner. And I did practice part-time for a few years, but I've retired from practice now. So, but we're committed to improving the health and well-being of Floridians by advancing our medicine, because we know what our medicine can do. Currently, it still says Oriental medicine. There's movements in this country to get away from that word. I don't know any Asian people here that don't like the term, but in California, it's a bad word. So that may be changing. Again, thank you to your school for joining. Students can use school member to join for free. I actually think it's set up right now. You just go join. This is where you could go right now on your phone, and I will give you some little presents if you go on your phone right now and join. Faculty can use faculty and they get half price membership. So anybody already a member?
I am.
Who's that?
Kevin.
Email me and I'll send you a member pin. Who else was a member? Okay. So if you're not, you can go ahead and join right now. My phone. Are you doing it?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it. Thank you. Thank you.
Email me at director@fsoma.org and I'll get you a pin.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So I talked about this a little. Why be a member? A strong professional association equals a strong profession equals a strong professional. So it's important for you. You know, our board members are successful in their practices. They know a lot of things and they are resources for other members. So again, nonprofit. 1981 was when Florida established acupuncture. 1982 is when a precursor organization was formed. And then in 1994, it was registered with the state of another organization that was the Chinese Association. Then they're called the FAA. These are some other agencies that you may have heard of. The Board of Acupuncture. The legislature passes the laws. The Florida Board of Acupuncture interprets those. Right now, we have a bill before the state that we're trying to get passed because the board has put some things in rule that aren't really totally necessarily supported in law. And we've been getting away with it. But for acupuncture injection therapy, a lot of pharmacies won't sell to us now. So we're trying to put some fixes in to help with that issue.
What is the bill number?
Don't have it yet. It's been the next legislative committee. They'll be presenting it. That's Wednesday night.
Okay.
So email me if you want to get in on that. So we have the language drafted, but and we have a sponsor in the Senate. We don't have a sponsor in the House yet. So NCCAOM administers the exam. It's a national certifying agency. ACOM sort of oversees the schools. And the ASA is a national professional association. FSOMA is a member, so you're a member of them as well. So, yeah. So we protect the profession, we promote, and we support. And I'll talk just a little about what we do there. But this is where you can continue. If you take the QR code, you can contribute to the legislative campaign. It's a PAC called the Florida Health Alliance PAC. And anything I'm talking about, if you forget, if you don't remember, my card got passed out. Email me, ask me. I'm there to help. So this is the bill. We also look for legislation. 2 years ago, they had a bill that was going to eliminate doctor and the word acupuncture physician from our use. I used acupuncture physician for the last 25 years, so I didn't like that. So we worked on that, and fortunately, it was affecting some other professions, so more people got involved, and that bill didn't pass. So that's the kind of thing that can pop up in a second that we see and have to act on. We donate money, and we sued the Board of Physical Therapy about 7 years ago now because they had put in a rule allowing dry needling, and their statute didn't let them penetrate the skin. But we had to sue them. We won. They had to pay the legal fees. It was great. The next year they got legislation passed and changed, and so they could do it. So they're big. They've had a national campaign, well funded. You know, we need to be like that. We need to get well funded. So the Advocacy Committee promotes at AccuEd Day. We promote the profession to the legislature. We also have a campaign going where we've got radio broadcasts and we're exhibiting at senior fairs to promote the profession and specifically FSOMA members. So the conference CEU committee works to provide really great CEUs. You all can attend for half the price. You don't get CEUs, so you can go and attend. It's in Fort Lauderdale this year. I will be soon sending out to student members the opportunity to volunteer for a weekend. And you work, but you get to sit in on classes, you get to see all the AOM suppliers in the exhibit hall, and it's a really great networking experience.
Do you know what weekend that is?
It's August 8th through 10th. So we have, I saved like 40% on office supplies through it's called OPB, and it's from Office Max. We also have some savings by being a member on other insurance policies and malpractice. And we have Building Better webinars. There's a really great webinar you might look at. David Bibby did on establishing a practice, maybe when you're in your 3rd year. So, but it's a really great kind of the basics of what you need. And we have a business insurance help desk. So you can call, I can connect you with some unofficial mentoring or just help answer questions. We had one guy, he was trying to build out an office, and the city was saying he had to have special electrical outlets because he was a medical office. Well, he didn't have x-ray equipment or any big electrical stuff. And so we worked with that city to educate them and got that waived. So he didn't have to build out a fancy office. Mhm. So for you, big savings on the conference. If you go to the conference, you get to meet all these companies that provide needles, herbs, and many other things. There's functional medicine companies that come. We have like over 40, actually we probably have 50 exhibitors this year of companies that provide things, goods and services, insurance billing. Gain app is a practice management app. There's companies like that that come. So you can learn a lot about what's out there to support you. So we do have free and unlimited access to audio recordings. Right now, that's we're in transition to a new website, so that's not totally available, but if you want, let me know. I can send you a Dropbox link. Look at them. I know you have enough to study on your own. You probably won't want that yet. We do have some savings from some companies on board study programs, and we have some back issues of a old journal, JASA, that's not really published anymore, and we have the FSOMA journal. And then the Building Better Business webinars, we've done a series that help you with setting up a practice, with marketing, with a budgeting. You know, that's a big thing a lot of us didn't know how to do when we started out. So again, it's free. I do have a Lynn Thames scholarship to present to, is it Brianna or Nina Wong?
Yeah, I don't think she's here today.
Okay. We have two of your fellow students won scholarships this year. So I have those. And that will be, look for the application for that next, usually it comes out in October, and you have to get it in by the end of the year, and then January we announce it. So the first 2 years of practice, you get half off. Dues to be a professional member. So I don't know how to get the big screen back, so we'll just go from here. So, you know, study, become competent practitioners, support FSOMA, come to our events. We've got some people locally trying to get a chapter going, and you'd be welcome to come and meet other practitioners in the area. I know, believe me, I remember how compressed life is as a student, so I don't expect y'all to necessarily come, but we'll let you know about it. And become politically aware. You're welcome to join a committee, sit in. It's 1 hour. We try to limit them to 1 hour a month. Sometimes there's some projects in between you might put a little time into, but there's no requirement on that. But if you want to sit in on some committees, see what they're doing, and if there's somewhere you feel like you have talents to plug in, that'd be great. And then, you know, join us and stay with us. You know, we're here to support you and support the profession. So March 11th, you might want to put on your calendar. It's coming up. It's going to be in Tallahassee. I don't know if you want to have a little van and drive up for the day.
Maybe.
Yeah, if you do, let me know. If you have a clinic supervisor, then you all could give ear treatments to people. So talk to me.
Oh, Tuesday?
Yeah.
It's a Tuesday, sorry.
Base class, sorry.
Ah, okay. And then here's the conference again. So, and we do have a FSOMA calendar when you go on the website that has classes and upcoming events. And then this is the board of directors, and we're all over the state. Whoops. Stuart Shipe is the president. He is down in not Vero. Stuart is in Stuart, Florida. Sandra's down in Davie near Fort Lauderdale. Galina's in Vero Beach. Lynn is up in Tampa. Rebecca is in the back of the room, lives in Sarasota. Tim's in St. Pete. Teresa's Miami. Terry Fisher's up in Clearwater. Cynthia Ann is over Fort Pierce. Yeah, Fort Pierce. Harvey Kaltzis is just a great educator in this area, and he's in Sarasota. He and Mary next to him were early members of FSOMA, and different things happened, and now they're back again on the board. Gretchen's up in Gainesville, Rebecca is in Sarasota, Bradenton, and Vicki Walls is down in Fort Lauderdale. So, you know, if you have questions, need support, we're here. Call me. I can direct you to resources. I can answer questions. I can tell you who can answer the question if I can. So we want all of us to be successful. So, we have an award to give out. Nina? And if somebody could take a picture, I would appreciate it.
I gotcha.
Now we have a video going. Why don't we stand over here? Nina is the winner of a $1,000 Lynn Thames Leadership Scholarship. And I want to present you with a certificate and a check. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My
Okay.
pleasure.
Thank you. And I have another one from one of your other classmates, so I'll have to come back and do that later. So any questions? I know I flew through a lot. So
Would I be able to offer something to the student body?
Oh.
Just some commentary.
oh,
Just so you guys know, when I was in New Hampshire, I was vice president of the state association there for a heartbeat. And it was for a heartbeat because they were useless. They did nothing for the profession. So I have to be honest, when I first moved to Florida, my thoughts about state associations were not quite positive. And I was invited to join FSOMA several times, and I mostly ignored it. And then it was when working with the school, I began to see what Ellen was doing for the profession. But it was mostly a personal relationship, and I was very happy to see that, you know, they wanted to support the school wanted to work with them. But what really turned it around was I really got to see, one, their actions on that acupuncture physician issue. And two, when I came into the position as director here, Ellen very generously invited me to attend one of the events at the FSOMA conference. And I thought I would go there. I'd gland head for a while and say hi, whatever, sit quietly, and then leave with nothing in front of me, because again, I didn't really understand what a good state association could do. And in that meeting, I was fascinated by the entire discussion around the idea of bringing Medicaid into student clinics. This is a proactive organization. And we are now, I believe, the first school is taking advantage of that. We've already signed up with the biller with Galena Rufner's help. And we'll be running with it. We should have it in our clinic by the end of this semester. So I really, really support the idea of you guys joining this organization, because I think organizations like this really do secure the future of our profession, because they really are forward thinking. So that's it.
yeah. Oh, I should say one more thing, because there's been some controversy about Medicare. Nationally, the profession is working to get us as providers in Medicare. Right now, this is confusing, but the rules of Medicare describe our training and say that we can provide acupuncture. But because we are not in a statute that has providers listed, we can't bill them directly. We have to work with an MD who bills them. The office I used to work out of was the only one in this area I know of that had a medical doctor that would bill the acupuncture to Medicare for us. So it's just one of those sticky things. Some people are like terrified. They say this will change my practice. People will be going to the person up the street that takes Medicare. Some people think they have to take Medicare. You don't. But it doesn't matter if we're disconnected.
No, I think they can hear. They can hear us. It's
It
your
doesn't.
phone that's disconnected, not
Okay.
the capsule.
Okay. It doesn't matter if you're if you're in practice here and we don't get in Medicare, somebody else is going to be offering acupuncture up the street, a PT, a nurse practitioner. You know, people want acupuncture. There's some studies out there that show we're like at the top of the list of what people want. So if we're not providers in Medicare, we're going to be just slowly dissipating and dying as a profession. Now, Medicare would give more jobs if people want jobs instead of starting a practice, because then hospitals will have a way to bill for us and bill for our services. We are in hospitals. Galena Rufner used to do herbs at the Cleveland Clinic, and they have an acupuncture program. Now, some things happened legislatively in Ohio that messed that up, but we have acupuncturists in the Cleveland Clinic here in Florida, in Johns Hopkins. Duke Integrative Medicine has acupuncture. I mean, we're slowly more in the medical system, but they don't have a way to bill for us. So that's another reason to do that. So I wanted to speak about that. If there are any more questions about Medicare, that's a little past your pay grade right now, but it's something to just be aware of. So, okay.
So how do we get our names in the right places to be able to bill?
We have to become providers in the U.S. Social Security statute as a provider.
So that's a
national.
DC.
Yeah, yeah. And the ASA, I mentioned earlier, is working on that, and we support them. It's a membership organization where we're a member of their association rather than competing to be a separate organization. And we have 2 reps that go to their meetings and have a voice. And they do have send me an email and I'll send you the link to their upcoming event if you're interested in it. It's fun. I went last year up to DC, and you went and saw all sorts of people. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. Okay. If you have more questions, let me know. I'm available. And don't apologize if you call me. I hate it when people call me. All right. And you guys online, feel free to email me, request a pin. I have to get more bumper stickers printed up, but I'll have more bumper stickers soon. Okay. Anything else?
Actually, I have a question about the statute. So because I remember reading, I think it was our ethics class, like the Florida statutes that were a primary care provider.
Mm-hmm.
So is there another statute that is like in relation to billing that we're not on?
Well, yeah, and unfortunately, nice as it is to read primary care provider, it just means we don't have to have a prescription for somebody to see us. So we are not a primary care physician, we're a primary care provider. So in fact, the PTs just recently got where they can see people for a certain number of visits before they have to get a prescription, but even they have to get a prescription to be able to bill and provide service, but we don't. We can be totally independent. But that's state. National is the Social Security for Medicare. And there are 2 Medicares. One is the federally managed Medicare, and that's where this is an issue. The Advantage plans, I'm old enough to know what they are. I know y'all aren't, but the Advantage plans are health insurance plans by like Blue Cross or healthcare, the insurance companies, and their Medicare's plans managed by them. Most of them have acupuncture benefits, but reimbursement is abysmal. So you should look at connecting with workers' comp. They pay the best. So, and that's takes going to companies and meeting their human resources department.
Luckily, I think that the biller that Galena connected us with said she'll find the ones for us.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
yes, less likely.
All right. Okay. Well, that's all I had. So thank you so much for being here. I hope you enjoyed the lunch, and we will
Thank you.
thank you. Bye-bye.